Welcome to What's Going On with Lady D Today. I'm your host, Lady D. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. for. Well, welcome to What's Going On with Lady D Today, and I am your host. Today we are bringing you a special guest, no other than Mr. Danny Baldwin. He is out here making a change in our community with our young adults. So I welcome you. How are you doing today, Mr. Baldwin?
Doing just fine.
And the name of Mr. Baldwin's company is called You Angry? Are you angry, Danny?
No. I'm not. Well, yeah.
You are?
Well, we'll explain that. We'll explore that a little later.
Yes, I think that is, I like the ring to that because there are so many of, I won't include myself because, well, yes, yeah, because sometimes I do, get a little frustrated or a little upset. But then also we have some real issues that people are really getting angry about. And it varies from person to person, wouldn't you say?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so now I would like for you to tell our listeners a little bit of something about you first.
Well, I'm Danny Baldwin. Excuse me. And I started this program, Why Are You Angry? And I grew up in the Glenville area. I saw the Glenville riots. I saw the oppression of our people, black people. I saw the military as we see today, the National Guard. Some of these people didn't grow up with the National Guard in their background, but I experienced that. That's a lived experience. And I'm from Cleveland. I went to Glenville High School. And I don't know what else you need to know about me. I'm just a track star at Glenville at one time, and so I'm in the High School Hall of Fame, and so
Ooh,
this is a little bit about me.
okay. Well, that's just awesome. Now, I want you to tell me what made you start Are You Angry?
Well, um, like any other story, um, and by the way, incidentally, this is a super story on how successful I am and how successful I will be in the future, because this is the natural emotion. And I started YYing because my sisters uh, were very belligerent and disrespectful, and we didn't have good communication in our home. My father would rage sometimes with my mother, and I think that kind of affected my sisters in a way where they didn't have the outlet, the emotional outlet to let out the steam, so to speak. And so, consequently, there was communication breakdown between the siblings as to how to respect one another. And I sort of um, felt like I needed to find a way in which to diffuse the anger. And so I started praying. And my sister and I, we kind of had a disagreement. One of the older sisters, like in between, but um, she's the like middle sister because there's six girls. So the middle sister, she would rage, and I would have to go to bat for her because they were angry. I had to fight for them. They called their big brother, come get Danny, and they come get me, and so, but they didn't know how to respect each other, and so we started to I got tired of it one day. I said, well, um, I asked myself, say, you know what, Danny? How come you guys yell and scream at each other? We didn't see a good example in the home. Because like I said earlier, my dad was raised with my mom. And the sisters, I think that kind of psychologically affected them where they didn't learn good communication skills. And so subsequently, we didn't never finish our conversation. I mean, it's frustrating when you encoding and someone decoding, and when somebody has to listen, somebody has to stop and just shut your mouth and say, "Okay, I'm going to listen," and let them get it out. And it's frustrating when you can't get it out what you want to say, and they shut you down, they hang up the phone on you, and boom. So I said, "Well, I'm tired of this." And I was sitting in my car in my driveway at my home, and my sister hung up on me for the umpteenth time. I said, no, this can't keep happening because it's stupidity because we not actually um, uh, well, I want to say we're not actually coming to some kind of respectable conclusion to our anger,
Okay.
and we needed to conclude with the anger and move on. And so when the same repeated behavior pattern keeps happening over and over and over again, and you hang up, then you call right back like nothing happened. So no, we're not gonna disrespect me like that. And so I got tired of it, and I started to pray, and I asked God. I said, Father, I stretch my hand to thee, no other help I know. If thou withdraw thyself from me, where shall I go? The power of the Holy Spirit is upon me. And I said, why do we rage? What did you give me this anger for? Why are these sisters so mad and angry that they would just, uh, use the kind of language at me that was unbecoming of a human being? I mean, how can you just say that and then just go to sleep and like nothing never happened? And so I was praying and I asked God, like I said, Father, what did you give us this anger for? What's the purpose? And he told me, I'm angry. I said, Father, what are you angry about? Well, the children of Israel, they were disrespectful. Your ancestors was disrespectful. They were idol worshippers and stuff like that. And he said, if you read my word, you see that I was angry. I was angry at the children of Israel. And while I'm on the children of Israel, I consider myself one of those Hebrew type people, not necessarily a Christian, but I'm a Hebrew. And so he let that kind of being a chosen man of God. I said I have to help Father to diffuse this anger among the siblings. So be an instrument for me. Let me speak your word. And so that's how I started all this stuff. And he says, that's your mission. You won't go to the pulpit and preach, but it's in the street. And this emotion is touching everybody. And if you say you're not angry, yes, you are. You have some emotion, whether it's good or bad. And we're gonna get into that a little later.
Okay.
But good or bad anger. So that kind of what started all prayer. And I prayed and prayed, and so what happened after that was he says, now you asked the question, why are you angry? And you've been on a mission ever since you were 27 years old, and I was first baptized in the church. And the pastor told me at that time, say you're running, and God have something for you to do. And I prayed to God, and I told him, I said, no, I don't want to go and be no minister. I don't want to be a pastor in the pulpit taking money and praying over people. That ain't what the mission is. The mission is to understand that we're under attack from the oppressor, and that we need to. I'm angry. I've been angry a long time, and I needed an outlet. I needed something to just I couldn't beat the oppressor with my fist. I couldn't shoot him or kill him. So I had to find ways in how to diffuse the anger. And so subsequently, I reverted back to my earlier days in Patrick Henry Junior High School, where I read the book Gordon Parks' Choice of Weapon. And in that choice of weapon, there was the question was, is the pen mightier than the sword? And then I began to think what that means. The pen mightier than the sword. Mm-hmm. And so Martin Luther King said, an eye for an eye, and there'd be no eyes. And then I realized, I said, we can't win an armed struggle against the oppressor and against those in our community. That was not going to happen. And if you remember earlier in this conversation when I told you about the National Guards coming into the community and declaring martial law, and we just can't win. Tanks in the middle of the street, 50 caliber machine guns, buildings on fire. That's a lived experience, like I told you earlier. So now I'm saying the pen and the sword. So what is more mighty? So then it occurred to me, I said, well, the founding fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence. And in the Declaration, they didn't consider me and what I was worth to society after all we contributed to society. And I said, how are we going to win? This man can cut your lights off. He can cut your gas off. He got the guns. He got the jail. He got the police. He got the judges. He got the dog. He got everything. He got the grocery stores. We burning down our buildings in the neighborhood. Where you going to go? So I said, well, the pen is mightier than the sword. So I said, well, I understand what Gordon Parks was saying. So in that declaration, the pen mightier than the sword, there was the Constitution that was written, and the founding fathers, how they was making a new country, a new not civilization, but a new country of rules and regulations. And so that's kind of like in a nutshell how this anger would just rip me apart. I've been spit in the face. I've been called a nigger. I've been through it all in this why you angry thing. And so I'm kind of tired. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't gonna keep treating me this way. And so,
you better stand up and do something. You better fight for your rights. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's the anger in me, and the violence I saw in the community, and how it related to my psychological feelings, and my dad and my mom, and I think my mom because my dad was a towering figure, 6'3", 250 pounds, and nothing but muscle, and I was afraid of him, and probably to this day I would never actually disrespect any adult, unlike the children today.
Right.
And so I never would talk to an adult the way some of these kids have talked to me. And so I'm on a mission. And Why You Angry is a mission, and it's a ministry in which, and not like I don't like I don't like to use that latest Black Lives Matter message because there were some things that went on in that organization that it's not nowhere near what I would do in this organization that I'm in, the Why You Angry program.
So let's talk about how are you handling and what are you teaching our young adults? Because I know you're working with the youth and you're into some of the schools and sometimes if they get in trouble, the court system will ask for them to go into an anger management program.
Well, let me sure that's like um, why did I go into the YA program?
Hmm.
Um, I went into the YA program because I want to make a change.
Okay. So now, how are you teaching our young adults how to handle their anger management?
Well, I'm teaching the young kids. Like I watched the movie Way Out Compton,
Okay.
and in that movie, Clifton Powell was on the prison yard, and Tupac. Everybody knows Tupac.
Right.
Tupac was on the prison yard, and as you know the story, Biggie Smalls and all these gangsters and rappers and stuff, Biggie Smalls. And so I watched the film, and the boys who shot um, Tupac, and he almost died, or he shot him, um, and he went to prison because of some other reasons why they found some trumped up charges on Tupac, and they put him in prison. While in prison, he saw the guys that shot him. He saw the guys who robbed him and shot him in the hotel, and he wanted revenge.
Okay.
And so Clifton Powell was a lifer in the jail, and he wanted to help Tupac. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man." He says, "You got a date to get out of here." He said, "I ain't never getting out of here." He says, "Don't you do nothing. Let me handle it." And they were playing rap, and they was mocking Tupac and everything, and he got angry. He wanted revenge. And as I stated, don't let 50 seconds of anger, Clifton Powell told him,
Right.
that could get you 50 years in prison. And you got a date to get out. So
Right.
set an example.
Right.
And which he later on got out. But in that movie, I realized that 50 seconds of anger can get you murdered, killed, or anything like that. And so
You can't take it back.
you can't take it back. And so how I'm helping these kids is I tell these kids don't let 50 seconds of anger get you 50 years in prison. I also try to help these kids with modules.
Okay.
My partner and I came up with 10 professional type modules, which these modules give uh, information.
Okay.
And this information is provided through the modules in training. So we
Okay.
have training, and we train them on how to walk away, how to uh, uh, um, think before you speak, how to react to frustration, and how to seek help. Okay, you can seek help by um, calling me, and I'll get you into some professional care if I can't do it myself with my modules.
Okay.
I'll get you some professional help. We have organizations that we affiliate ourselves with,
Okay.
such as NAMI,
Okay.
such as the Adams Board and other organizations, and we try to administer some kind of professional care.
Okay.
And so the kids have to know that we can help them with a mental health agency.
Okay.
I'm currently trying to get some sponsorship through the North Coast Behavior and it's another one that I part. Well, I mentioned NAMI, but other organizations, mental health agencies that with and social work here I should mention.
Okay.
And so we have social workers and psychiatrists that we
that
It's
you
on
work
the
with.
team.
So you've got a really powerful team. Here is what I want my listeners to know. One is, how can they reach you? What's a contact number or website that, because I know somebody can use your service.
The website, thank you for asking that question. The website is acronyms first. The letter Y, the letter R, and the letter U. YRU, abbreviated, and angry.org.
Okay.
That's the web page. The phone number, okay, you listening out there? I want you to get this phone number, and I want you to get this web page. Again, the phone number is 216 509 9746.
Excellent. So now tell me, what can we look coming from you soon? What do you have up that's going to be coming in the near future for your program?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Incidentally, I just done a program on, what was that?
You did the kid. You had the talent show.
Yeah, I had the talent show a couple of weeks ago, and we had a very successful event. It was a nice turnout. We had competition and cash prizes, and it went over well.
Okay.
And we're going to continue to put on these programs. And we also did a teen summit last year, I think, with Pastor Terrell Reddix of the Church of God in Christ on St. Clair. We did an event there that was successful with Ted Ginn and Pastor Early and C.J. Matthews of Mount Sinai Baptist Church. We all collaborated and got together to address teens and give them a platform in which they could speak their anger and their frustration and also seek answers.
That's great.
And so we done that, and so now pushing forward, coming in September, sometime September, we're going to have a basketball tournament.
Okay.
And we're gonna have competition. And them boys love to shoot basketball. And so we're gonna give them a venue in which they can come out there and show their basketball skills and talent. We're gonna have cash prizes.
Okay.
We're going to cash prizes, and we're going to find them whatever means to successfully continue to diffuse the anger. And you're going to know that Danny Baldwin is the man.
All right.
Danny Baldwin, that's Danny Baldwin. That's Danny Baldwin. That's the why you angry man. He'll help people. He do this, and that's how we're going to go forward. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in the future. Also, let me mention, I had an opportunity to speak with the magistrate of the juvenile system.
Okay.
And I forgot to mention that. But Joseph Jasper, and the bailiff, Gregory Moore,
Okay.
gave me an opportunity to come into the courtroom, to the chambers, and we met privately, and we discussed some futuristic type things in which we're going to be involved in those who are truly troubled. And I mean, they the cancer of this anger.
Okay.
And some of them are gang leaders.
Yes.
And some of them are just real